traveling back in my hometown of Nelson right now, and it got me thinking about traveling with oil paints. So I thought I'd show you how I do it because I've kind of worked it out finally. So for the month that I've been here, I just brought like one canvas to work on. I had a bunch of other things to do. And so what I did when I brought this and what I'll do when I bring it back is I basically put it into my suitcase, and what I've got is this system of 2 pieces of cardboard in this top pocket of my suitcase. And so I'll kind of slip it in here backwards so that there's sort of space here, like if the front of the suitcase gets pushed on in any way. And then I just put this cardboard in front of it and, you know, zip it up into the little thing here. And, you know, I'll normally put like some nice soft clothes at the top of my suitcase. And then as far as like the paints and the mediums, I mostly just use, like since I use a non-toxic process, I'm just using oil paints that are like just pigment and oil. So, you know, so some of the brands are like M. Graham or like Cranfield, Gamblin's, Winsor Newton, Lucas. You know, anything that's just oil and pigment. There's no like speed drying sort of things added to it. And so this is pretty simple. I'll just pop all of that, this is my oil paints, into the pocket in the front of my suitcase. So that it's in a separate part, just in case any of them explode. They never, I mean, every now and then I'll maybe have not gotten a lid on tight enough and I get blue all over the place or whatever, so just to be safe. And they're in a bag, but you know, ideally make sure all the lids are on tight and we should be good. And then as far as bringing the mediums, and that can really be the thing that can be a little bit tricky, like you can't bring any like terps or any you know, solvents like on the plane. But this walnut alkyd medium that I use, which is just, it's kind of like linseed oil, but it helps it dry a little faster. But it doesn't have anything toxic or smelly. Those 2 words aren't interchangeable, but it just doesn't have to have either. It's a really good medium. It's actually my favorite medium to use anyway. So, but this is a bit too big, this container that it comes in for flying. So I'll just pour some of this into, you know, I have a little bottle here. This one's looking pretty sticky, but any little travel-sized, you know, bottle. And so I just pour the oil into here and I just bring a little bit. I don't use a lot of this medium anyways. And then I'll bring this with me carry on, you know, and I'll just treat it like all the other cosmetics and whatnot. And yeah, it's just oil. It doesn't smell. It's just oil. I know it looks a little sticky, but there's never any problem. And so that totally works. You might find every now and then that, like, they'll still be able to smell the oil paints. The oil paints are fine. If anyone ever asks about them, just say that it's vegetable oil pigments, which it is. And every now and then I will get a little slip inside my suitcase, like, oh, we looked inside your suitcase, but they won't take anything. It's totally fine to be traveling with these oil paints. The only case where they would take something out, like they'll find it if you bring any like solvents on the plane, so you will find that if you've got those in your suitcase, they'll remove those. But yeah, that's basically it. It works every time. I travel a lot with all the paints and all the and this one medium, and yeah, it works well. So and I've done that all over the world. Actually, it's totally fine to do. So yeah, I wonder if any of you guys have any travel with, you know, paint stories. How have you guys experienced this? And let me know in the comments. And yeah, let me know what kind of systems you have for traveling as well.